Every year, billions of smartphones disappear from people's pockets. Some are sold, some are forgotten in drawers, and millions are simply thrown away. But have you ever wondered, what really happens to your old phone after you stop using it? Does it get recycled, destroyed, shipped across the world, or does it end up poisoning the planet? Today, we're following the hidden journey of an old smartphone, from your hand to its final destination. Most phones don't die immediately. They enter what experts call drawer retirement. An estimated billions of unused phones are sitting inside homes right now, hidden in drawers, boxes, backpacks, and forgotten shelves. Why? Because people think, I might need it someday. There could still be photos on it. Maybe I can sell it later. But eventually, most phones leave the house. And that's where the real story begins. When you trade in your old phone, it usually enters a massive global refurbishment industry. First, the device is inspected. Technicians check battery health, screen damage, water exposure, stolen device status, internal hardware condition. If the phone still works, it may get a second life. The data is wiped, broken parts are replaced, the battery may be changed. Then the phone is cleaned, repackaged, and sold again. Sometimes in another country. A phone used in America today could end up in Africa, India, or Southeast Asia just months later. For many people around the world, refurbished phones are the only affordable option. And this second-hand market is absolutely enormous. But not every phone gets recycled safely. Millions end up as electronic waste, also known as e-waste. And this is where things become disturbing. Inside every smartphone are dangerous materials: lithium, cobalt, lead, toxic chemicals. When dumped improperly, these materials leak into soil and water. Some phones are illegally shipped to poorer countries, where workers dismantle electronics by hand. They burn cables to recover copper, melt components over open fires, and breathe toxic smoke every day. Many workers are children. What looks like recycling is often incredibly dangerous, and the world produces over 50 million tons of electronic waste every single year. That number keeps growing fast. Here's the crazy part. Your old smartphone contains real gold. Not just gold, also silver, copper, palladium, and rare earth metals. In fact, modern phones are tiny treasure boxes. Mining companies and recyclers know this. That's why advanced recycling facilities shred old electronics and extract valuable materials from inside them. Some companies can recover gold from connectors, copper from wiring, cobalt from batteries, aluminum from frames. A single phone may not contain much, but billions of phones together. That becomes a massive industry worth billions of dollars. Now here's something even more unsettling. Deleting your files doesn't always destroy them. Many discarded phones still contain personal photos, passwords, banking information, private messages, location history. In some cases, old devices sold online still contain recoverable data. That's why proper data wiping matters. Factories and recycling centers use specialized software to permanently erase storage. But many people never do this before throwing phones away, which means pieces of their digital lives continue traveling through the world long after the phone is gone. Tech companies are now racing to solve the e-waste problem. Some use robots that can dismantle phones in seconds. Others are designing devices with recyclable materials and easier repairs. Governments are also introducing right-to-repair laws, pushing manufacturers to make phones last longer. Because the longer a phone survives, the less waste ends up on the planet. Still, recycling smartphones remains extremely difficult. Modern phones are packed tightly with glue, tiny components, and complex materials, which makes clean recycling expensive and complicated. So, what really happens to your old phone? Some get repaired, some get resold, some are mined for precious metals, and millions become part of the world's growing e-waste crisis. That tiny device in your pocket has traveled through factories, mines, cargo ships, recycling centers, and maybe even toxic dumping grounds. And even after you stop using it, its story is far from over. The next time you upgrade your phone, ask yourself, where will the old one go?